Doomscrolling to Happyscrolling. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast of The Ordinary Maverick. This is Ajay, your host, an ordinary maverick, sharing real life thoughts and experiences and maverick tips. We are creatures of habit, right? So, how does this sound to you? Getting up in the morning, looking at your phone, seeing a message that shows some kind of disaster, not good news, and now, more recently, some news about COVID-19 cases. Well, try and remember what happens next. You keep scrolling for more information, you want to know more, you look at the comments, and then some links come and you click on those and read more and more, almost mindlessly going through one post to the other to the other. Before you know it, you have spent a considerable part of your morning, your day, doing what is termed as doom scrolling. Yes, this actually is a word. It is also known as doom surfing. Perhaps many of you listening haven't heard about this before. For me too, it was a new word when I first heard it. I was like, what does this mean? Well, it came about sometime towards the end of 2018 and was seen on social media sites like Twitter. But most researchers feel that the word may have originated earlier, and definitely the phenomena predates the actual coining of the term. So what is doom scrolling? It is defined as the act of consuming a large quantity of negative online news at once. Basically, spending excessive amount of screen time on the dystopian news that's negative. Why do we do it? Psychologists say it's because one feels that you're in control in some way, in a situation that seems out of control. It's like, if I know what's happening, I can do something and be better prepared. But it can slowly get out of control, and one can be spending hours just doom scrolling and become what's known as a doom scroller. Now, the word doom, in common parlance, links to darkness and evil, something negative. And scrolling means sliding through text images, basically the habit of not staying on one side or piece of content like articles or images for long. That's how one spends excessive time scrolling through negative content. It is known as doom scrolling. The word gained popularity during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. However, there's a major impact on one's mental health with doom scrolling. Psychologists state that the habit of doom scrolling can enhance the negative effects of existing mental health issues. And as overall effects, it makes one feel anxious, depressed, and isolated. As humans, we are hardwired to see the negative and are naturally drawn to the negative, as we can then be better prepared. But in modern times, this has become increasingly linked to social media and screen usage. People feel that their questions will get answered and continue to scroll and scroll and scroll and end up feeling even more depressed and unwell. So what's the solution? There are several suggestions from psychologists and researchers. Here are 3 from a fellow maverick. 1. Set a timer. Yes, I know this sounds silly, but believe me, it works. Set a time limit. Set boundaries on the time you spend on social media. So if you don't get caught into doom scrolling, you can catch yourself and stop with the hard time limit. 2. Be mindful. Yes, this applies here too. We have touched about the criticality of being mindful at all times, and that in turn helps support our first component of the Maverick formula, going with your gut. Well, it applies here too. Be aware of what you're looking for when you scroll the internet, of the reasons you started scrolling, and stick to that. Once you have the information, leave. Do not be tempted to continue looking for more information or clicking on the links for more information. 3. Turn negative cycles into happy cycles. And here's where the term happy scrolling comes in. Okay, I have to admit, this is my term. A maverick's way of approaching life. Always curious, but happy curious, right? So be in charge. Turn it around. Do some happy news surfing. Consciously look for positive news and then set yourself a goal of sharing that positive bit of information with at least 3 people. The more positive news you share, the better you feel. And there's another way one can happy scroll, or shall I say, build up the practice of happy scrolling. Look for something that gives you joy. And it's even better when you scroll together as a family for something that collectively brings everyone joy. Let me share an example. We have found as a family, or even when one of us is alone, that to connect on food is something that always turns the negative spiral into a positive spiral of thoughts and actions. We have always enjoyed pani puri as a family. Pani puris are also known as golgappas, puchkas in different parts of India. The puri of the pani puri is a little round puffed up bubble made out of wheat that one breaks or rather cracks open like an eggshell and then fills it with something delicious like mint, potatoes, and adds spiced water and eats it all at one go. Truly, it's one of the yummiest snack one could have. For those who haven't yet tried this, next time you have an opportunity and see it on the menu, please do try it. During the lockdown period, we were all in different cities and continents, and I'm sure you all will agree food cuts across geographies. And we found that discussions and sharing on food, especially dishes that we all loved, helped us cope with the difficult situation. We really wanted to have the pani puris, but due to the lockdown, it was a challenge. And then we started happy scrolling on the recipes to make the puris at home. One site led to another, one text to the other, one image to the other, and we were scrolling, enjoying finding out and learning more. And believe me, this was accompanied by many conversations, including recreating memories of the different places and times we have had pani puris. We were even exchanging links to the best recipe and sharing pictures, bringing back good old memories of having pani puris together. Bottom line, we found that perfect recipe to dish out the most amazing puris at home. Together, me and my wife, we made something like more than 200 puris and thoroughly enjoyed eating them too one evening. See, this is what I mean by happy scrolling. Finding things that you enjoy, that bring a smile to your face and joy to your heart and soul. And spend a part of each day practicing happy scrolling. Here too, set a timer and be mindful. Scrolling can only achieve this much. It's more important to take action. Call someone. Get engaged in a hobby. Talk to someone, not text or WhatsApp. Read a book rather than spending time on the screen. Write in your comments, share your feedback. I would love to hear from you. And for some more Maverick tips, do subscribe to the Ordinary Maverick podcast. This is Ajay signing off, wishing you all the very best. You have an amazing day. Keep well, keep safe.